Hi, and welcome to the Diva of Days of Our Lives. We're going to discuss this past week's show. We have Anna here with us,
Hello. You can find me at Kazi Hooch on Instagram and X.
and we have Jen.
Hey, I'm at RXJDK at Twitter.
Diva Carey is out elk hunting or looking at elks, or they're looking at her. But anyway, she's going to be with us tonight. You can find her at Diva of DOOL. I'm Marianne, and you can find me at mama_hooch on X, and I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. Also, check out at Teo Penglis, at Lauren Coslow, at Kilt Trip USA, who's Ian Buchanan, and also Bob and Amy Hapka, who are on Facebook. I don't really think they're on X anymore. So we'll talk about last week's show. Who should we start? Well, we'll start with the blackout, I guess. That was kind of how it ended. That's how it started. Blackout in town in Salem because of the extra electrical work that EJ was having done for his secret lab that no one's supposed to know about. So
Yeah.
kind of blew out all the lights, and Gwen got stuck there because he had to leave. And he wanted her to pay the electrician off. So we had Leo, who was, I don't ever remember why Leo was even looking around there, just for a story, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, he finds Gwen.
Yep.
And they're yelling back and
He was
forth.
looking around to try to figure out what was going on with
Yeah.
the outage.
Okay. He was just
I don't know if he heard a rumor that it could be something having to do with the construction or what, but he was nosing around. So yeah.
And he found the room, or she heard him, and so finally he got a sledgehammer and pushed through the wall to get her out. And he wanted to know what was in there. You know, he's still not done with that. He's still curious, what's in there. And she said it was pharmaceutical supplies, and that's why the security was on there. So
And
anyway,
and yet they have sheetrock that's able to be sledgehammered through.
that's through.
So they're going to
Very
obviously
easily.
have to fortify that a little bit more.
Has to be it.
Yes. So we have that, and then we had EJ and Belle stuck in the elevator together.
Who would get in an elevator at University Hospital?
I don't know. And how many times has that happened?
Even the patients who are brought in with the EMTs are like, no, take the stairs.
Yes. So of course we have to throw EJ and Belle together. And I didn't know Belle had asthma until today.
I didn't either. I
Or
have
till the
asthma,
other day.
and I was having asthma. I was starting to think, okay, this is going to trigger my asthma in a tight space with the cologne and all, which are all triggers for me too.
Of course,
But yeah, that was
EJ's
a new one.
Of course, EJ's still telling her he still wants to be with her, still loves her. She wants nothing to do with him. He tries to give her the jacket. She throws it back at him, but finally she takes it and falls asleep on it. I think that's about all
Even
that
though
happened with them.
even though it's dripping with his cologne that she's allergic to.
Yeah, that she said makes her sick. You make me sick. You make my asthma. Stay away from me. So, who else? Oh, then we had Chad and Kat got stuck at Kat's house.
Yeah.
Again, how many times has this happened? And Felicity wasn't there. She was with Chanel. So they were alone. And of course, he has to call Julie because, Thomas and them are there, he's never home. It's always poor Julie gets those kids.
And she had Rachel.
And she had Rachel too. Yeah. So Chad and Kat and then they're playing this game, trivia game, and she knows all these Russian czars or whatever.
Like it was like how many republics did
okay.
did the Russian Federation have? And he looked at the box. She's like, well, what year?
What year?
She's the into this question. And he said, it looks like 2012. And she goes, 21. So he's intrigued. Yes. He's intrigued by her sudden intelligence.
Yes.
As are all of us.
Yeah.
We're all Chad.
And I guess that has to do with her being a analyst or whatever.
That she
knows that. Right. But it gets Chad, this is something he knows something's off with her with those texts that she's getting. And, I think he suspects something, but no, he doesn't. I don't know exactly what. And we're talking about what's going on with Chad's hair. He just looks different. I hate that haircut, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like shaved on this. I guess that's the new thing because EJ's is like that. It's shaved on one side and then long in the back like a mullet.
Looks like a skunk is on top of it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or his hair is like real thicker or curlier. I don't know. Maybe
I just don't like that style, yeah.
I don't like the style. I think that's what it is. Doesn't look on him. But anyway,
Okay,
so that's my fashion
far as
statement.
Chad and Kat, I submit to you that we now officially need to have a double dips and sips segment each week
Oh,
now. Because between the Hernandez family with
Oh, with the soup?
two
Yeah.
different types of soup that they were sharing with the spoon and all that. And then
Yeah.
this week
ugh,
with the Twizzlers going into the community, in and out of the
oh,
community, peanut
peanut butter.
butter, and he definitely double dipped because he stuck that thing right back in. I was just
We kind
like,
of do that within the same
well, it's one
family.
the same family, maybe. I mean, I don't even like it then, but like if it's a family or like
Our
okay,
husband and wife.
Roman and Marlene or John and Marlena with the raspberry, the strawberries and
Yeah.
Strawberry.
cream.
I mean,
Okay, even though it
if
grosses
their
me
moms
out,
have been in other places,
even though that grosses me out, at least they're married
it's a
couple
double. Yeah.
and it's
I know
just
what
the
you mean.
two of them. It's just the two of them, and they're the only
Yeah.
people. But this whole thing of it doesn't. It's not sexy to me when
Yeah.
people,
Licorice and
especially
peanut
people
butter
who aren't
isn't
even
sexy either.
what's
Licorice
that?
and peanut licorice.
Yeah, that was gross. But anyway,
Now strawberries and
I
whipped
just had
cream.
to say that I am on watch. I have the Kate report, and now I have the double dips and sips report.
Okay. Do we have a Kate report this week?
No,
Speaking, but
No,
no. No Kate. Okay. I didn't think because I was looking at my notes. I don't see a Kate report. There's not a Tony report, but there will be next week.
all right. How
He
about
was
an
the week
Anna
before.
report? Will there be an Anna report?
I don't know. In the previews, I did not see Anna. I do not think so. Not yet. Yes, I know. I don't know why they don't have more of them together. So anyway, Chad and Kat were just disgusting as ever with the peanut butter and the double dipping and
well, and also, does she still just? I mean, sometimes she's calmer than she used to be, especially when she's being the analyst.
yeah, yeah, I know.
But she's such a spaz when she was making out with him. It was annoying, and that was not sexy. It
There,
was annoying.
can I say like zero chemistry? Like I
I know.
don't
I
see.
wish there were chemistry if we're going to keep seeing it, but
So far, I haven't seen chemistry. Maybe first I was thinking maybe her and Rafe
Yeah.
might have some chemistry, or
Well,
her and EJ.
maybe her and the new Chad.
May could be maybe just a different actor could be. Yeah, we'll have to see because there will be a new Chad coming probably soon. And okay, we were talking about Thomas and Rachel. So they were stuck. So they were bored. So I told Julie they were bored, like all kids say. So she had them play a game,
Monopoly.
Monopoly. So they were playing, and of course Rachel was cheating. And Julie was letting her cheat. I'm there, Julie.
okay. But the symbolism, she was trying to get the message to Thomas that the get out of jail free card was a sensitive topic because her
Oh,
mom is in prison.
Yeah.
So
oh,
I think that's why Julie was cutting her slack there.
boo hoo.
I don't care.
I
I
no, I
thought it
see
was
what you
dumb.
mean.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying that was what I picked up on, is that's
Yeah.
what was
Of
going on
course,
there.
then Thomas was a little
And
upset with
how
that.
often does Thomas have to be crapped on just to be sensitive to Rachel's feelings,
Rachel's,
you know?
yeah, and Rachel's not sensitive to his feelings because then she turned around and told him that she saw them kissing or whatever, and they're not just friends like his dad said.
And basically said your dad lied to you.
Yep.
Yeah, your dad lied to you.
And she pretended to be your mom.
Yes, and I don't think Thomas ever knew that, did he?
He didn't apparently. He did.
No. So that's the big thing is when she turned around and told him that Kat was pretending to be his mother. Because I don't think Chad or no one's ever told Thomas that. So then Thomas confronts Chad about it and said he's, lied lied to him. But he didn't tell Chad right about her saying that she tried to be Abigail.
Yeah.
Right? He
He
didn't tell
hasn't said it yet.
he hasn't said it yet because they didn't really kind of finish that scene, I don't think. So I don't know. Oh, and then we had Xander and Sarah in the blackout. So they're back together. They slept together, what was it, 2 or 3 times?
Free.
Anyway, made s'mores.
And he said, "Why do we need couples therapy? We've already had 3 rounds, gone around
3
3
rounds.
times tonight already." And she's like, "Sex was never our issue."
Yes,
Delightful.
yes. But I guess he's agreeing. I know what he's afraid of. He's afraid he's gonna slip up and be vulnerable and confess that he did it. Is
And
that what he's
also that
afraid of?
Marlena will be able to tell when he's editing himself. She's gonna, whatever he's telling her, even if he's being honest and vulnerable or whatever,
Yeah.
he's gonna act differently with Sarah there because he has this secret. So she's gonna
Yes.
pick up on it.
Oh, that should be interesting. Oh, and then we can go into the real quick. We go into the college dorm
Ugh,
and the whole college scene. You guys think?
dumb.
I missed most of that. I fast.
Holly knocks over a candle.
Ugh.
And was she now? Sophia put something in her drink. Did she put like hard whiskey or what did she do? Because she just had a couple things of wine. But I guess when you're susceptible to, because she was passed
She
out
had
drunk.
been drinking before that, though. I think it was rum and coke or something.
Was she drinking a lot? See, I thought she only had a couple,
I
but
I don't know
okay,
how much was in it.
okay. So she
Well,
was really
she was drinking enough that whoever she talked to on the phone, I can't remember, that was a week ago, said she should. Maybe it was
Don't.
Rafe. No, Johnny. Johnny.
Johnny.
Yeah.
So yeah,
When he
yeah,
picked up on it. But then Sophia put even more stuff in her
more in.
drink, and I'm not sure what order that was in, but anyway.
Yeah. So she lost all her work for Johnny's class. So she calls Johnny and they text and he said, okay, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it. I'll meet you later. So they have these texts and phone calls between each other. So when all this happens, Sophia comes in the room. Of course, Ari's really not around. She takes the phone and she takes this picture of Holly with her, she's laying there with her nightgown on. So it was just her breast, her, up here. And she takes a picture of it and sends it to Johnny. So to Johnny's phone.
Jeez.
So she's being a real pain in the butt. So, but then there's a fire. Brady rescues.
Holly.
Yeah, takes her to the hospital. Oh, so in the meantime, Johnny and Chanel have this social worker, and they're trying to clean up really good. And she's 45 minutes early. When she comes in, we like to be early.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want to surprise them. That's why you came early. They should have probably figured that out. But
you would think.
yeah. So anyway, all is like going well, but here she brings out this letter that the mother of the baby that was left at the fire station that they want to adopt has reason to believe that he's having inappropriate relations with one of his students. So she wants to see the phone. He gives her the phone, and there's the picture and the text and all
Yep.
that. So she ends the interview, and Chanel's really. But I have to give Chanel credit. She still believes Johnny.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that they did that. They talked it out. I mean, she, I was, oh, she's going to jump to conclusions. He tried to explain to her. And Johnny goes off to try to find Holly to figure out what's going on. But since she's in he finds out she's in the hospital, so he hasn't gotten a chance to talk to her. But what did you think about Sophia when she finds out what happened to Holly and what time it was? Do you see that, Jen?
Yep. She's like, oh,
Yeah. So if they are smart enough and Johnny's smart enough to know that Holly's in the hospital, there was a fire at 9 o'clock. If he looks at his text and he looks at his pictures, it
and
couldn't have
he,
been Holly. She wasn't there,
that's
right?
true. And she didn't have the phone.
And she didn't have the phone, so she couldn't have sent them because she doesn't have her phone because she was trying to find it. So that'll be interesting. All of this is going to, plus not only that, it's all going to come back sooner or later that they're going to find out about the baby. Kayla told Brady that Tate is not the father, not the father.
Wow.
So
So
they'll get in and change the results because they're doing the test over.
doing a test of, but do you think kind of Brady's getting the brain? I'm telling you,
Yeah. He's the smartest one all week.
he's kind of figuring out. He says, but it can't be because something about she says it's a girl, but he knows. I think he knows between Sarah and Kayla
Yeah.
that there's more to it than that.
That is a boy.
That they know more. That it's a boy, and he's still kind of suspecting. That it's. I don't know if he's
So somebody
that it's
fudged.
Sophia's.
So somebody fudged the DNA.
No, I think
No.
somebody's going to.
He just wants her to run it over. Kayla said she was there. She went through the whole process, that nobody tampered with it, but he still wants it run again. So I don't know. Did he tell Tate what he did? I can't remember.
No.
No.
He hasn't gotten around to that. Okay.
When Brady's giving you advice on women, you're in trouble.
I know. Sometimes Brady can be smart, but then sometimes he is getting better.
Yeah.
And then we have, we did have Julie and Chad
Yeah.
because Julie wanted to know more or less. Julie should have just come out and said, did you and Kat have sex? Because that's what she was trying to get out of Chad. "What did you do? Did you just" Chad just said, "Oh, we played games," and
Yeah.
so I don't know. Anyway, and Steph told Alex all about the guy in the book,
Yeah.
and that it's Jeremy Horton, and they did do the back history a little bit because I even forgot it.
Yeah.
So, he never really was charged with anything, but he did hold her underwater, and he's very abusive to her,
Yep.
right?
Basically
But
a
he left
scumbag.
right, and he left town before like, she never filed charges or anything, right?
Yeah.
And now he's
Okay.
gonna be Thomas and Rachel's substitute
And
teacher for
now
3
he's a
months.
teacher.
Yeah, he should not be around kids.
Yeah,
They
but
did a
he
good job with casting, though, I think. He's not icky like Jeremy, but he's still like the original guy. I felt like he was always
right.
kinda icky,
He
but
was always icky. There's something
he's
about him.
he's edgy in a different way, so
Yeah.
it's kinda interesting. Anyway.
Yeah. He shows up at Stephanie's door then with flowers
I'd be like,
after Alex
"Hi."
leaves. So there's that, and I think was there anything I know with Paulina and Jada? Theo.
Ugh,
Come on, Theo. Get
Theo
real.
needs to leave.
I know. I don't like the I don't know if it's the writing for him or the character or the actor.
Mhm. Yeah.
Seems Theo's different than he was, like, say, when he was with Sierra.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry. If you're breaking and entering, you might get shot.
I mean, it was a
it was
looting.
an accident kinda though, wasn't it?
They said there wa well, yeah, when he
Yeah.
JJ yeah, it was the original shooting,
Mhm.
Theo was breaking the law when it
Yeah.
happened.
Right, right.
And and then this time, they had literally just gotten rid of a bunch of looters because of the power being out, and so the police officer has no I it's not like he shot him or anything, but it's like he had no idea who he was facing.
Well, no, yeah, Theo's back was to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. And he
When
coulda just said, "Hey, JJ, it's me."
yeah.
right.
Or turned
Uh-huh.
around when JJ told him to.
Yeah, or say, "Hey, it's
Yeah,
me. I'm looking for, my stepmom or, Paulina's phone.
Yeah.
The mayor asked me to go get the phone."
yeah.
But now they really
Sorry,
even
JJ is not a racist, I'm sorry. He
He's a
just has
lot of things, but not racist.
he has no
yeah.
history of that, and that was a bunch of bull BS.
And I thought they resolved their problem anyway between them.
Theo's problem is that he feels like JJ should have checked in with him before he became a detective again or went back to the police force. He hasn't spoken to him since he found out that JJ went back to the force. Well, you should have communicated with him. If it made you that upset and you guys were friends, he should have been like, "Dude, we need to talk about this cuz this is really upsetting, to
Was
me." I mean,
JJ over in South Africa working with him
yeah, they were
too?
Yeah.
working they had their own business together.
They were, yeah. And
But
I thought they were okay.
Theo's gripe is that he doesn't think JJ is qualified
Sh
to be
he
a
shouldn't have
cop.
went into police work again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm just saying, I mean,
Now have they
JJ
addressed
is
his autism at all? Or have
that
they
hasn't
completely
they
forgot?
haven't really touched on
I
that a
could
whole
see if
lot.
The
that has
bully.
something to do with it.
The bullies in
Think so.
school. They
Oh, well,
talked
that
to.
they did say about the bully,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
but part of
kid that
that was tied into being Abe Carver's son too.
Yeah.
So
yes, part of that was
they haven't
both.
talked about the autism angle at all, or not much in terms of
They
this
haven't
issue.
even brought it up. Okay. So there might be maybe we will get a new character with this kid that Abe's supposed to mentor. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that was just discussed. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. The story's just not making sense to me. Is this just a reason to bring Theo? And why they brought Theo back was to put him in charge of DeMiro. That was Tony's plan to put him, to double cross Gabby.
Yeah.
Why you would put Theo? I cannot see Theo even.
No.
Don't
He
get
should
it.
be
But
chief, like we talked about last time, chief of technology, period,
yes,
and stop. That would
I
still
I
be a
don't
very
get it. Tony
distinguished,
should be in
powerful
charge.
job, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have the CEO experience. He's a very
No.
brilliant technological genius, but
Right.
he's
Doesn't
not
mean you can be CEO.
I mean, at least we gotta give it to Gabby. At least she's been the CEO before.
If anything, Gabby would have been better than Theo. Yes.
Yes.
And I thought that would be interesting having Gabby posing as the CEO, but really Tony behind the scenes,
Tony
and those
Coleman.
two working together. That would make a more interesting story, I think,
Yeah.
because I think they have some chemistry. They seem to do, on screen together, but, see where it goes. See, I'm curious to see Gabby's reaction and what's going now. For the previews for next week, we see Tony saying about he's getting Demira back, and Xander says, but they're keeping Titan. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of battle there, I guess.
Yeah.
Whether they go to trial over it, or Tony agrees to it, or tries to still get Titan back. Titan too. So, because all that with Philip is still will come out. I don't know. Sarah, somehow you know that Xander's going to get caught.
Oh, yeah.
Should just come out and tell her.
Yeah, just tell her and get it over with.
Yeah. And Sarah, that one thing, because it's going to be worse if she finds out another way. Xander should realize that after as many times as he's been caught.
Yep, he's always getting caught.
Yes. And Stephanie had to reveal to EJ and Kayla that she's Anastasia Sands.
Yeah.
Because EJ was tracking Kayla's computer, the micromanaging.
Yeah.
They used to do that a couple places I worked at. God, how many keystrokes you had, how long you were in the computer, where you were at. So yeah. So she used her mom's computer. So she more or less, he was blaming Kayla. So she had, to save her mom, she came out and said, no, it's
Confess.
me. I think Kayla was kind of happy or kind
Yeah.
of proud.
She was.
Yeah.
What was he trying to blame on that, though? Is he trying to blame the electrical blackout on that?
I don't know what
He had to use a place with power.
yeah, just
I
more or
gotcha.
less Kayla was getting on him. Like, it was his, it's the hospital's fault. And he's saying it's the power grid, or
Yeah.
it's not the hospital. It wasn't the electricians.
Yeah. He's that exchange with Paulina was interesting, where he kind of did have leverage there.
EJ, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then with Gwen too. I mean,
And
they're
of
in
course,
cahoots. So
the very thing they want to keep super secret is now somewhat known.
yeah, that room is somewhat known, and I feel Leo's going to do more investigating.
Yeah.
He's probably going to find out something. I'm trying to think did see the preview of them. And I don't know, does Holly want to leave town or something? Does she see Tate and Sophia again together?
Holly still doesn't know that they just kissed, right? And the reason he kissed her was to try to get stuff out of her.
Yeah.
Why did why did Tate let her believe that they slept together?
Yeah, maybe I don't think that hasn't been made clear yet
I don't
that's
understand why Tate
like
didn't,
they haven't communicated yet enough because
unless
Holly
she thinks
reacted.
cheating means kissing too.
Yeah. Well, and also it shows he was being manipulative because he was trying to get information out of her, so that's why he kissed her.
Right,
But
exactly.
that's not good by any means. But it's not saying he doesn't love her and that he was trying to go behind her back either.
Yeah.
Right, and
But-
he wasn't, right. He
but
doesn't
it
have
looks
feelings for
bad.
Sophia.
It looks
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a clip saying, and Jeremy's telling Stephanie that he's changed.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know. Are they trying to put him in the middle, like a triangle here? Like,
God, no.
please, they better not let her get back together with him. I hate when they do that.
Nope.
I don't think she would be that dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope not.
I mean, she's kind of repulsed. She's rightly
She's not
repulsed by
scared too.
him.
She seems
But
like scared.
it adds an element of stalkerish stuff
Yeah.
to the whole thing.
Is he supposed to be on like permanently, or is he just
don't
coming
know.
and going?
But I was pleasantly surprised with what the casting was, who the actor. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
glad
know.
it was a different actor.
Yeah.
Glad it was a new actor. Yes. Oh, and they're talking about the gala. That's going to coincide in November. That'll be in November with the anniversary. The same time the gala will be.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of that, I don't know if anybody saw the Today Show. Deidre Hall, Eric
I haven't
Martzoff,
seen
and
her
James
yet. Hopefully it's on
Reynolds.
YouTube.
Wait, no, who? What?
Deidre Hall, Eric Martzoff, and James Reynolds were on the Today Show talking about Day's 60th anniversary. And they showed clips and they asked them questions. Deidre's been on, how many years? 50 years? I don't know how long she's been on. James, 40 some years.
Yeah, he's been on a long time.
Eric, almost 20 or something, I think. Yeah. Yeah, James has been on about almost the same amount of time as Teo, maybe Teo a little longer,
James
45
started in
years.
81, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
Teo started in 81 too. Yeah, end of 81. So yeah, they were on. I was, they were talking and they asked them questions, see if they could remember some of their stuff about their storylines. It's funny. Something about, they asked Marlene how many times she's been possessed. She said twice. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did anyone ask them how many republics there were in the Russian Federation in 2012?
I forget what they asked Eric about his character. I forget. I just remembered. Yeah. They, at least they, NBC kind of recognized it anyway,
Yeah.
That's nice.
even though
That's
they're
good.
on Peacock. Same thing, I guess. Oh, and I'm hearing that there won't be any Day of Days. If you've
What?
noticed, we haven't heard anything. We're into October and there's been nothing
You're
said.
right. That's really odd for the 60th anniversary to
I
not
know
have.
now, I think they'll probably have a 60th anniversary, probably for the actors, I would think,
Yeah, maybe.
some kind of get together. But from what I've heard, last year was a fiasco. It was very, very unorganized and not as many people showed up as in past years.
Well, they weren't promoting it either.
Yeah, they gotta
And
promote it.
they poorly promoted it, and it's in downtown LA now at the Peacock Theater.
No.
Jeez, that's
And
awful.
it's awful down there. Just to get, you know what I mean? It was so much nicer and easier at Universal Studios and
Yeah.
Studio City. It just was so much
Yeah.
easier for people to get there,
Yeah.
Right.
for one thing. Yeah. And
That's just the
I don't know,
security and
The
everything else.
Peacock people must be worse than the Days people because it must have
Yeah.
been really people were not happy with the way, like the fans weren't happy either. I've heard, too. So,
Mhm. Well, yeah. Yeah.
but it's a shame because this is really when they should have it for their
Yeah.
60th.
Mhm.
I would think they would have said something by now. Oh, and that's another thing. Last couple of years, they announced it so late that it's
Mhm.
hard for people unless you live in California or
Yeah.
close
To get
Yeah.
to
off.
make plans.
Poor
Yeah,
planning. Yeah, and poor.
poor
And I
planning.
bet you the people that used to be in charge that we used to deal with that
Right.
at least had their heart behind it and they were trying and they also had done it for a number of years so they knew what to do, at least.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, so then to have this other team do it half-assed, that's a real
Mhm.
shame. So,
Yeah, but I hope they have something for the actors, like a 50th. I know they did for the 50th.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
invited them all. They had a so.
Yep. Well,
So, anybody else have anything? I
No,
think did I cover everything? Anything
yeah,
you could think of?
I think
Storyline or just jotted down some stuff and see
think
what
so.
happens next week. See.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
guess it's
ladies. Thanks
football
for being a
tomorrow. I think
trooper, Marianne.
Yeah.
my Steelers are off tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, that's
I
right,
think.
because I have their
They have
defense
a
as one of my defenses on my fantasy football. I had to bench them because 'cause they're on the,
okay.
Bye.
bye.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay,
take
Alrighty.
care.
lady.
Well, I guess this worked, so that wasn't too bad.
All
Too
right.
bad,
Yeah,
Take
very good.
good.
care. Yep.
Yeah.
It went
So
well.
now what do I do? I guess I just hit the stop record. I
Yep.
guess.
All right. And then we also one more thing, we have an